I am a firm believer, though, Bo, that like the bad faith characters that were sort of like, I'm only here for Caitlyn. I'm only here. So much of that nasty rhetoric has toned down since the fever got bounced from the postseason. And I don't think it's because necessarily people aren't watching. Like, we're still setting huge ratings increases, record ratings, despite it not being any fever games involved. Obviously, her games saw exponentially more growth and more viewership, but we're still over-indexing anything that we had done in previous years. So I've seen a lot of that calm down, and it's kind of become what it could be, which is, the discourse being around basketball and reminding people about the great legacy of the Lynx or some of these amazing stories. But yeah, it is a bit of a be careful what you wish for, right? Like, you want for the W to sort of be a part of the hot take economy, because that means that people are talking about it. There's bad takes in every sport, right? And so, like, when you're talking about equality, I suppose that's what it means, right? Like, if you want for the platform to grow. But to me, the frustrating part has been, instead of hot takes that are like, Breanna Stewart's never going to win another championship, or, Nafisa Collier's better than Maya Moore. Like, instead of those kinds of hot takes, the hot takes solely and explicitly surround all of these Black women versus Caitlin Clark. And like, that's what's frustrating to me, is that the people that have the platforms think that they're doing the W a service simply by just talking about it, as opposed to understanding that if you don't have the bandwidth to talk about it, please stop globbing onto that one narrative, which is they need to show her more adoration, adulation, and love. And I understand that I'm coming from a place of being a Black woman who has my whole life had other people try to validate any successes that I've had. And like, that is probably why it pisses me off more than anything, because I understand that Black women are always overlooked, and no matter what they end up doing, they had to work twice as hard for half as less. And then to have someone come in who has been amazing for the game, for the sport, of her own volition, worked really hard, in Caitlin Clark, but to have this group of people come in and immediately invalidate the contributions of all of these women before her simply because they don't know, that's what's been frustrating, So yes, people are going to talk about it more, but oh my God, please just educate yourself so that you can have bad takes that involve basketball and not bad takes that send racism and misogyny into the timelines of these women. It's unfair.
See, Elle Duncan is pulling the Obama playbook. At one point, she says, hey, fans should come up with hot takes and have good opinions on stuff and not this. And then 2 minutes later, she says, your takes are all trash. See, she just really doesn't want us to comment on anything. They want the sisterhood to run everything. Bomani didn't help matters either. He pandered to her. Instead of checking her on her comment, he did the, oh, well, it's the, everything is all online. All the drama and stuff is online. Instead of sticking to the real issue. He's a coward. Elle Duncan hates her coworkers. She hates Stephen A. Smith. She hates Shannon Sharp. She would rather them not have a peep to say about the WNBA. And I believe that's the main thing the WNBA has a problem with. They don't want to hear men talk. They just want to get paid. All the hosts on the shows, they want to get paid. They don't care how the money gets made. They just want to get paid. But this clip was fascinating to hear her double down and triple down and always come back to the racial component and play the victim. Elle Duncan.